Well, here you going, everyone. Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all had an awesome week this week, everyone. Hope you're able to find some awesome cars for your collections during the week. Well, this is my lot of stuff as always, everyone. Went to my last bi-monthly diecast meet for the year. As you can see, a big explosion of vintage finds and a few things I have wanted in the collection for a very long time, and things would have been on my wanted list as well. I was able to tick them off. Got the old monkey off the back, but that's a bit funny. It'd be like having myself on my back, because I guess I am a bit of a monkey sometimes. But anyway, that's another story. Managed to find a whole lot of vintage stuff, as you can see. I shall jabber on about that in just a second, but I shall start off with the flea market finds for the week. Went to 2 flea markets. Dad came with me to one though, as he always does, and at the first one managed to find these 2 cars just here, and there was a good reason why Dad always comes with me to the flea markets. I shall explain in just a second, but first up, got the old Mercedes Benz Unimog just here. I'm pretty sure they are used by the Australian Army. I have seen a few of them travelling on the highway over here in Australia. They're mighty machines. Really good vehicle for the military, and thank you to all the troops out there as well. Love this. Well, love the Unimog. It's one truck I always... Well, there's a lot of trucks I remember from when I was a kid, but this one's always got a... This one's always stuck in my mind. The particular one, though, I remember from when I was little is the one with the Castrol Tampo, well, design on it as well. That's the one I always remember. I don't think we had this one when I was little, but I'm sure if we do have it, it's in with all the military vehicles. I know there's an ice cream container around the house with a whole lot of military stuff we always used to play in. I must find that one day to see if that's in it. It might be, I could be wrong, but I don't really remember it that much. Really, really tough looking vehicle. Good old Mercedes. I do like Mercedes Benz. It sounds like a bird just went on my window then as well. That one's really nice. Very glad to find that. And this one here, I pretty much walked away from it. I think the lady said it was $3 or whatever, and I thought, no, I'll walk away from it. And Dad, obviously being the Jedi Master that he is, used a Jedi mind trick on me. Pretty much said, go back and get it. And I went back and got it for actually $2. It's an old Luso Toys. I'm not sure if I've pronounced it properly. They're made in Portugal. I'm pretty sure they were around in the 60s, 70s and 80s. I think they're under another toy company. I think it's Muso Toy. No, I can't pronounce it. I've forgotten all about it. But I think it's an offset company from this main company. And yeah, they made a variety of vehicles as well. I actually looked on eBay just before, and they look like they're pretty well detailed models as well. And I think they're in the same sort of boxes as old Corgis and Dinkies sort of had back in the day. Not that I'm a big expert in Corgi and Dinkies, but I think from what it said on Wikipedia, it was sort of like that. And this is, well, of course everyone would know what this is, the old Porsche. Well, it's a Porsche, of course, but it's a 935. Absolutely beautiful car. I can't believe I was going to walk away from it, but thank goodness Dad was there. I do love my Porsche. Porsches, I absolutely adore them. I do love my Chevys and all that, my General Motors vehicles, but if I was going to choose another manufacturer besides General Motors vehicles, what I loved, it certainly would be Porsche. They make some beautiful, beautiful cars. So I was very happy with that, and it seems like it's a pretty well made toy as well. It seems like it's all die cast, as I just touched on before, made in Portugal as well. I just thought that was quite unusual, and so did Dad. So I'm very, very happy with that. Wouldn't mind displaying it as well. I must find a little container for it. Very, very awesome indeed. And then I went to the next flea market, and of course it decided to rain a bit, and I waited, well, when we got home from the first flea market, it decided to rain a little bit. Waited around a bit, and I think I went off at 9:15 or whatever to the next flea market, and I was there for a while, and it drizzled a little bit, and I got to the end of end of all the aisles, and there was a guy with action figures and that, and I was a bit disappointed because I didn't find anything. Well, stumbled across another Boba Fett for the collection. I have seen this one on eBay too, and I was pretty happy to get it as well. And I think Dad has said we've got a couple of these ones with the coins in it from many years ago. I think the guy was saying it was from 2007 or whatever, yep. So it might have been 2008. It's almost getting on to 10 years old, but it's still got a couple of years before it is. So I have seen it on eBay. I thought, oh, that'd be nice to have in the collection because it's got all gold and that. And it's the animated Boba Fett from the I think there was a cartoon series back in '78 from what it says there. I think that's what you would call a blurb or whatever. But maybe that's got to do with books, I don't know. And I was reading that little bit there as well. You can tell it, that Boba Fett would certainly do that. Friend or foe, he plays both sides, you could say. Not sure how I became to like Boba Fett, but always remember watching the old Star Wars movies, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and always had, well, become a fan of him from those movies, of course. Certainly a fan favourite, and he is most certainly my favourite character, if you can't tell. Got to break out more Boba Fett merchandise as well. I know Dad's got a lot of it. So that's really, really awesome indeed. I was very happy to get that one. And the guy gave me a pretty good deal as well, I reckon. I'm not sure if that would have been available on the shelves, but I reckon you would have had to have been the first one there if it was on the shelves, because it would have been something everyone would have grabbed. And pretty much only one more week until the new movie as well. I am looking forward to it as well, but it's kind of odd seeing a Star Wars movie, because I thought at the end when they made Revenge of the Sith, I thought, oh, there'll be no more now, because I think that was what was happening around that time. They said there was no more, none was ever going to come out ever again, and what do you know, 2015 they're planning 3 other movies as well, so I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, on to now the stuff from my bi-monthly diecast meet. The last one for the year. Had lots of fun. Got to see my mates again, have a good laugh and a chat about what we have found, what we have seen. And even other guys as well got to talk to about the old vintage Hot Wheels as well. It was good to talk to them because a lot of the guys there seem to be into the much, much newer stuff, like the current stuff. But there are a few of them in the crowd who do adore the vintage Hot Wheels as much as I do. So it was good to talk to them and got to see my mates as well. So I was very, very happy with that. And probably continuing on with the Star Wars theme, we'll go to this one just here now. I don't know how long it's been. I think it's been 1.5 years or whatever since I started buying the old Star Wars figures. I've always wanted to have an old original carded Star Wars figure, and yesterday was the day I finally got one. It's the Imperial Commander. He was in Empire Strikes Back. He did talk to Darth Vader a bit, and he was in the... I don't know if anyone knows Star Wars that much. I'm pretty sure he was in the AT-AT Walker when it blew up the Rebel base. Thank goodness, blast those Rebel scum. So, very happy with that, and I paid a whopping $20 for this, and I think that's a pretty darn good deal, because I've seen the price of carded figures on eBay. I think the cheapest one I've ever seen, I think it was roughly $76 Australian, so I think I did really well there. I know the blister's crushed and that, but it's still all there. It's not coming off the card at all. So I'm extremely, extremely happy with that. So that probably had to have been one of the finds for the day. As you can see, I think it's the 65 card back. A lot of great figures in the range. A lot of rare ones on the back here as well. I know I've seen some of them for incredible prices. Especially old Boba Fett just there. That figure carded's like $1,000 figure, which is quite amazing in my opinion. I think I've seen one graded for $22,000. That's unbelievable. But I'm sure there's history to that particular figure why it's worth that much anyway. And you can get, well, there's a special offer with this one. You can get that bloke who was in the Millennium Falcon in Return of the Jedi with Lando. I'm not even going to begin to pronounce his name. But anyway, I'm very, very happy with that. Couldn't be more pleased, and it's unpunched as well. I just got to get a protector from eBay for it, but it'll certainly be money well spent for the protector. Very, very happy with that. That is something I've always wanted, and I finally can say I've got an older carded Star Wars figure in the collection. Alright, on to the Hot Wheels now. I'm starting to think what I should start off with. I think, how about I start off with the Bi-Man? I don't know how many weeks in a row it is now I've had a Bi-Man in it, and I think everyone's probably going to get sick of Bi-Mans by the time I'm done with them all. And yes, I've still got more to show as well. I think that's the amazing thing. This one, the old Hot Wheels race team one, it's got the tri-blade wheels, I think that's what they're called. The usual version of this one, probably more common, it's got the CT wheels. I do remember that one greatly from when I was little. It's actually on my vintage Hot Wheels General Motors shelf just behind me, but I don't think I'll turn around and look at it because you can't see it with all the boxes. I think I've seen this one on eBay for a silly price as well. I think I've seen it for $25. I'm not sure if that's correct. I think it's a load of rubbish anyway, because I think in the book it says it's only worth $10 if that. So I'm happy with that. It's probably not an overly rare variation, but another one to mark off the list. Inches me closer to having, well, most of the Bi-Mans at least anyway. Such an awesome truck. Certainly one of my favourite vehicles to collect by Hot Wheels. This one was pretty cool. I was actually talking to a guy who I eventually bought these off, and I looked over to the guy behind him with his table, and he had a lot of fire truck stuff, and I saw this in a protector pack, and I thought, because I think it was like that, and I thought, oh, Flying Colours card. I thought, don't tell me it's one of those repo ones from '97, but no, I went over, noticed that it had the safety recommendations there. I think that's what the international cards usually had. I think this is, no, yeah, it is an international card. It does have foreign writing on it. Asked him how much it was, and the price was a pretty good price, and I certainly bought it because I kind of believe that the old number 5 wouldn't be all that common on the old Flying Colours card, especially an international one as well, and it's a very nice card as well with a beautiful Porsche 917, my all-time favourite Porsche, the fire truck thing there. I struggle to remember what that one's called, and the super van. And the card, well, the blister's really nice on it. The card's not too bad, so I was very happy with that, and unpunched. Very nice. I remember this one from when I was little as well, even though it was in the 90s when I grew up, but they did make this car truck pretty much right up to then. There is a rare variation of this one without the louvers on the side of the engine there. It's a bit hard to see with the sticky patch, but just right there, the one without the louvers is a bit harder to get. So I was very, very happy with that. Now, moving on now to the Micro Color Racers Big Rigger. Now, I have seen these on eBay, I think maybe a handful of times. Well, I rarely see them. I only looked at a sold listing just before, and there was one for it was for $108 or best offer, and I didn't pay anywhere near $108. So I was pretty happy with this. The guy bought it off. I have seen he has brought it along before, and I think the price he said last time I didn't really want to pay, or I did think about it, but I thought, no, I spent enough money. But this time he had a really good price on it, and I thought may as well buy it because I'll probably never see another one again. And these on the big rig cards, well, with the car carrier hauler, and there's one with a front loader and also a race car hauler as well. I've seen them go for absolutely ridiculous money. I'm not sure if they're worth that, but it seems like the price of steering rigs and these big rigs have gone up within the last couple of years, in my opinion. It's quite unusual, but anyway, I'm sure you can put 1/64 scale cars on there too, not just the little micro color racers. Now I'm thinking of the chrome ones I got. Got an Italian and a German, the Ferrari and the Porsche, two nice cars. I think that's the 959, and I forgot what that Ferrari's called. Might be the Testarossa. As you can see, it's got it up there as well. And I think the colour changing factor on the Kenworth cab just here has disappeared, but still awesome nevertheless. do have a loose one. It's a yellow colour, and we'll have a quick look at the back. I think everyone's seen me show these before. As you can see, there's a variety of cars in the packs you can get, whether it be mighty Chevrolet, Ferrari, Ford, Porsche. I think that's a Nissan there, Volkswagen, you name it. I'm sure there's something to suit everyone's kind of collecting needs. So I was very happy with that, and actually one of the guys I was talking to seemed like he wanted to buy it off me, that he was that interested in it, because he collects his vintage Hot Wheels as well. He was good to talk to as well. Always see him there. So I'm very, very happy with that. Extremely happy with that. I do love the steering rig. Well, it's not really a steering rig, but like the steering rig kind of trucks and that. Always love finding them, but they seem to be a lot harder to get these days, because I think everyone's caught up with it all and wants all the steering rigs. But anyway, moving on now to the loose stuff. Got this off the same guy I bought that off. Got a custom fleet side with, funnily enough, no windshield in it, and I'm pretty sure you can't yank the windshield out of there unless the windshield somehow has crumbled over time, but I highly doubt that, because you think the whole car would crumble and the other plastic bits as well. And don't think you can slide the interior out, because I sort of had a little, well, moved it around a little bit. It didn't seem like it came out that easy, so I would assume it was made without the window, but still awesome nevertheless. She was pretty cheap enough, and she's in decent shape. This one's in aqua. I know the camera seems to be showing it as a blue, but still awesome nevertheless. The almighty Chevrolet El Camino. Beautiful truck. Must check my other Aqua El Camino to see, custom fleet side, to see if I have it or not. But anyway, it's a pretty cool error. If it is an error, but anyway, I reckon it is. Got another 1973 Hot Wheel for the collection. Now everyone knows about the 73 Hot Wheels, how a lot of them are extremely hard to come by and go for incredible prices as well. This one is Highway Robber. I do really like this particular casting. It's very unusual. It's almost like a gangster's car, and it's got, seems to have Mercedes symbols at the front there. Not that it would be a Mercedes, it's just looks funny how it's got the diamond there like Mercedes. And I'm not sure if it was produced with the sliding roof or if it was taken out for cost cutting purposes like a lot of the 73s were. So I'm very happy with that. I've got a rally case which is just right on top just there with all my 73s in it. Well, most of them anyway. I think it's almost filled the whole case now, so I'm pretty proud of that. I do love my 1973 Hot Wheels. And the last loose one pretty much is the Mini Trek just here, and this one is a French made one. Another French one to add to the collection. I do love my French made Hot Wheels, Italian, well, Mexican if I can find them, and Indian ones if I can find them as well. I love all those different made Hot Wheels that they've brought out over the years. That really interests me a lot, and I always love finding them as well, because it shows a different aspect of Hot Wheels, like how Hot Wheels were made in other countries and how they were marketed as well. I think this one's got sort of the similar sort of, what would you call that, title as what He-Man had, He-Man Masters of the Universe. I don't think that translates to it though. I think it might stand for something else. I should have checked my Tom Mart's book. It has it all in there. But this one, well, sort of is quite hard to get. I'm glad I have one in the collection now, because I have looked at it in my Tom Mart's book and thought I'd love to have that in the collection. Finally I do. Dad loves these He-Man figures. He's got quite a few as well. And the old Mini Trek, something you really don't see all that often as well. It wasn't really produced that much either. So I'm very happy with that. Love the old French cars. Really awesome to have in the collection. And now last but not least, I'm sure everyone's quite interested to see what this is all about. Got a flying circus, well, pretty much a sky show set off my good mates as well. They did let me know they had it the week before and texted them back many a time, seeing if they would sell it, and they would, and I think I got it for a really decent price as well. They're good mates of mine as well, and always enjoy talking vintage Hot Wheels with them because they know exactly what I'm talking about, and I know what they're talking about as well. And I think most of the set is there. The old Flying Circus did come with the planes and the helicopter, and also the launcher for the helicopter as well, which is this one here. I've never seen these in person before. Well, until now that I've got it in my collection, of course. And I'm pretty sure there was a Sky Show made with a different ramp to suit maybe the helicopter. I know I have seen an odd-shaped Sky Show ramp before. We'll just move the figure out of the way. There's the launcher for it. There's a part of the ramp. There's bits of track as well, and the interesting thing about this set is it's got an Australian sort of manufacturer. Well, it's got that written on it. It says contains articles made in the mighty USA, the UK, and Australia. Now, my other Sky Show set, which is just hidden behind there, that one's kind of incomplete as well, but I'm pretty sure that's got all parts made in the USA. Whereas this also has printed and packaged in Australia. So I think that's quite awesome to have, because it's sort of, as you could say, an international piece, because you wouldn't find this hit over in the US unless I brought it over to the US, but it wouldn't have been sent here and then sent back over or whatever, so it would have been marketed for the Australian market. As you can see, that's how it's all set up. Looks like a lot of fun indeed. As you can see, there's the part what launches the plane, which is just there. Got another gold Sky Show as well. That one's quite good. That one's in real decent shape as well. Got the planes and a pretty cool little thing what was in the box as well, what my mates didn't mind giving me, were these old 1973 card backs as well. Now, a lot of people probably would pay some money to have a 73 card back. I've actually seen card backs on eBay as well, I think for $20 or $30, and I think that's a bit unusual, but anyway, I'm sure people buy them. And this is probably maybe the closest I'll get to a 73 card in a long time. This one was the old Mercedes C 111. I'm not sure if that's how you say the particular name of that car, and this one's the June Daddy as well. Really love the artwork on this card. Got the almighty superfine turbine. Mine's just up there. Very lucky to have that. The old Porsche 917 and the Sweet 16. And there wasn't many cars available in that year either. But it's an awesome year to collect. Love the old Alive 55s from that year too. And back to the set, it's got the track. I know my other set doesn't have track, but it's got a lot of other spare parts in it as well. There's the planes as well. Those little the little tabs, they're made in Australia as well, so it's quite awesome to see parts made in Australia. I'm sure if there is a German set of this, I'm sure parts of that would be made in Germany or even the UK, because it does say the UK on the back of the box as well. So I think that's quite interesting indeed, seeing that it wasn't an all-American made set and just sent over. It was actually, parts were actually made over here as well in Australia. So I think that's really cool. I reckon that's quite interesting as well. But a few of the parts like this one were made in the USA, which is always good to see. So that was certainly one of the best things I've picked up this year, and also, well, at my diecast meet as well. Lots of good things I found this time around, especially the old carded Star Wars figure there. Very, very happy to have that in the collection. And that pretty much leads us to the end of the video for today, everyone. Almost 25 minutes. Oh boy, I better keep quiet now. Well, thank you to you all for tuning in each and every week. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you for the views, the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, whatever you do. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, everyone. Thank you for all the kind words you say in the comments, and thank you for all the support as well. I really, really do appreciate it. And, well, that's pretty much it for this week's video, everyone. As I said, hope you enjoyed. And remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting. Keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week.